Welcome back. In this video we will learn how to allow partial execution during DML operation in Salesforce. Additionally, we will also learn about difference between database class methods and DML statements in Salesforce Apex and when to use which one. Salesforce provide, as you may already know, Salesforce provide two ways to perform DML operation. One is using DML statements and second is using database class methods. So first of all, let's try to create some contact record using DML statements and see what are the errors which we face, issues which we face while creating the records using DML statements. Here I am creating list of contact records and I have added two contact records in this list. So the first contact record has first name John and last name Doi and some email address, and in the second contact record we have first name, we haven't provided the last name, and email is provided. And you may already know that last name is a required field in contact object. So let's try to execute this DML operation code. So execute highlighted, and you can see insert failed, first exception on row 1, first error, required field missing, and the required field is last name. So we are getting an error message. So now let's try to execute this code using try catch block. So we will insert our insertion operation into try block, insert contacts, so we will be able to handle the exceptions. And if we got any DML exception, then we will log it. System.debug an exception occurred while inserting contact plus e dot get message. Let's try to execute whole code again. Execute highlighted, and now you will not see an error message on the anonymous window, but when we go to our developer console and open the debug log, then you will see we have got an error message. Now how to bypass this error message and allow the save of the record which is not having any issue. So you can see the line number second where we have already provided a last name, it should be saved, but it is not allowed to saved using a DML operation. So in order to resolve this issue, we will use database class methods. So now let's try to create account using database class methods. So let me paste the code because it will take time to write the whole code and the video will become much longer. As you can see, I have pasted the code here. Again, we are having the list of contacts and the same contact with first name John and second name is Doi, and contact second contact with first name Joy, we haven't provided last name, and the email is also provided. And we are using database.save results using database.insert. Here we are providing two parameters. First is the records which we want to create, and second option is set to true. So what is the meaning of second option? So the second option is for allowing the partial execution of this DML operation. So when it is set to true, it means we are not allowing the partial execution, and when it is set to false, it means we are allowing the partial execution. Currently it is set to true, so it will not allow partial execution of this database insert operation. So we will not be able to create even the first record also because it is not allowing partial execution. So select all and execute highlighted, and let's open the debug log. As you can see, we are getting an error message, and also the record with those names is also not created. So let's see John Doe and Joy. You can see it is not created. Now let's try to allow partial execution of this code. So we have to set this value to false, and now let's also do some changes in our code. So we will be able to see which record is saved successfully and which record has facing some issues. For that we will add this code. can find this code in my blog. I will leave the link in the description below. So here you can see we are getting the result of insertion operation, and we are looping to the result, and if the result is success, we are printing contact inserted and the ID of the record which is created. And we are facing any error with the creation of any record, like we will face the error with creating record on the line number 14, then we will print the error message, the reason why we are getting an error, and if any exception occurs during the execution of this code, then it is caught here. So let's come select whole code and execute it, and we should be able to save John Doe, because we have allowed the partial execution and set the value to false. Let's execute, and the second record should give an error. Execute highlighted. Let's go to our developer console, open the debug log, and you can see one contact is inserted, and for the second contact we are getting an error, required field is missing last name. So let's refresh the page and see if a record is created or not in our record home page. Thus you can see John Doe is created here. So this is how you allow partial execution of any insertion operation, so that the record which is having correct values will be created, and the record which is having wrong values will not be created. So that's it in this video. We will learn more about some more Apex concepts in next video.